London, 1888. Not the glittering London of palaces and nobility, but a city hidden in thick fog. The East End, specifically the slum district of Whitechapel. It was a dark, crowded world where poverty was rampant and thousands struggled to survive, including many women forced into prostitution to earn money for their lodgings. Amidst this darkness and despair, a terror was born. In August 1888, police began to realize that a series of gruesome murders was taking place. The culprit? A serial killer who would become known worldwide as Jack the Ripper. He was no ordinary killer. He was a phantom who operated under the cover of night, preying on his victims in dark, hidden alleys. The Canonical Five. The terror began with Mary Ann Nichols. On August 31st, 1888, her body was found mutilated on Bucks Row. Her throat had been slashed so severely that it nearly severed her head. This was the first sign of the monster. A week later, Annie Chapman became the next victim. Found on September 8th, she not only had her throat slit, but her abdomen had also been ripped open, and several internal organs, particularly her uterus, had been removed. This atrocity shocked officers and the public alike. Police began to suspect they were dealing with someone with unusual knowledge of anatomy, perhaps a doctor, a butcher, or even a surgeon. However, the most terrifying night was September 30th, 1888, known as the Double Event. That night, Jack the Ripper struck twice. The first victim was Elizabeth Stride. Her body was found in Dutfield's yard. Strangely, the mutilation of her abdomen had not been performed. Investigators suspect the Ripper was forced to flee because someone broke into the yard. In less than an hour, the horror continued. Just a few blocks away, the body of Catherine Eddowes was discovered. This murder was the most brutal to date. In addition to a fatal throat cut and a ripped abdomen, she was missing her left kidney and part of her uterus. Even more horrifying, part of Eddowes' kidney was later sent to George Lusk, head of the Whitechapel Vigilance Committee, accompanied by the infamous letter from hell. That's when the name Jack the Ripper was born. The name came from a Dear Boss letter sent to the Central News Agency. The writer claimed to be the killer and signed it with the now legendary name. Although most experts believe this letter and others were journalistic hoaxes to boost sales, the name stuck. The ghost now has a name. Part 4. A horrifying climax. The terror reached its peak on November 9th, 1888, with the murder of Mary Jane Kelly. Kelly was different from her previous victims. She was much younger and the only victim to be killed indoors, in her rented room at Miller's Court. Because the Ripper had time and privacy, he carried out the most extensive and horrific mutilations of all his victims. The scene the police discovered was almost indescribable, displaying a level of madness and hatred never before witnessed.